I've actually been playing an indie game called UnMetal.
I know. I've seen your YouTube videos.
As have I.
I watched a minute of you streaming.
Thanks for the support, Matt.
90 minutes.
I was working, so I was just like, oh, he's streaming.
Where's our thanks?
I was a bit sarcastic to Matt.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys probably have seen kind of got an idea. A fucking
Yeah,
cheap
it
one.
looks. I've never heard of this game, but it looks like a lot of fun.
It is hilarious. So essentially, it's an indie game which is it's a massive homage to like Metal Gear Solid, essentially, but more specifically like the really old Metal Gear games that were on a system called the MSX back in the day. So as you guys saw, it kind of has like a kind of pixelated kind of art style, but it essentially takes the kind of like B-movie action side of Metal Gear and just like fucking cranks it up to like 11.
Hell yeah!
Just goes full in on it. And yeah, it's actually like it's a real like funny, like hilarious game to play, but it is quite challenging at the same time. Like I've been surprised at like how difficult some of the puzzles have been, some of the boss battles, things like that. It kind of reminds me of what's that Far Cry spin-off, Blood Dragon.
Blood Dragon, yeah.
Yeah. It kind of reminds me of that in terms of its kind of like humor and style.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I like Blood Dragon.
Yeah. And it's literally on fucking like all modern systems. So you can get on the Switch, which probably
Oh, damn.
The worst
very-
place to play. Sorry.
Switch hater over here. Kind of speaking of kind of like choose your own adventure kind of mechanics, it kind of has a little bit of that at times. You like at the most random moments, you'll just like come across like a boss battle or something. So for example, there's a part when you're going through like a sewer system and you're fighting this like sewer monster. And the character Jesse Fox is kind of like, he narrates the game as it goes along, and it kind of keeps cutting back to this interrogation that he's going through. And there's a part when like someone's like, so like, did the monster have any tentacles? And he's like, oh yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because it had this many tentacles, and you can pick like 2, 4, or 6. So I think like on my second go I picked 2, and it was like 24 tentacles. So it like fucks you over.
Was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's just like, it's really fucking funny. So yeah, no, it's just it's definitely been scratching that kind of Metal Gear Solid itch, filling the void a little bit. But it's just even if you're not really a fan of those games, I think if you just want a silly, funny game to play, it's a good one.
It looks
and
hilarious. Yeah.
It really is. Yeah, it's fucking funny as fuck. And you can watch it on my YouTube channel, Player Alert.
He's plugging everything.
I
keep plugging.
I did watch it today because I watched the bit where he turns up and it's just sheep everywhere. You've chosen that.
Yeah, that was like one of these choices. It was just like the room is filled with, but it doesn't give you like, it's like a couple of the words. So I saw like SHP and I was like, I'll just pick that. And then it's got filled with fucking sheep, like the whole room. And then you're like, and then there's a part when you have like 2 minutes to get back to a certain place, and you have to get through these fucking sheep, but they slow you down so much. I was like, get the fuck! Why did I pick sheep? For fuck's sake!
It's like a Welsh road.
But yeah, highly recommend.
I've had that happen to me in Wales. I had to stop my car because there was like a herd
Yeah, I think
of
everyone
sheep.
has.
You shouldn't have picked sheep, Matt. Why did you pick sheep?
I
Should have picked dragons.
The road
Shit,
was full
dragons.
of.